There has been more dramatic development in the country's national politics as the president announced the end of the ongoing House session yesterday following a recommendation by the cabinet. The disgruntled faction within the ruling Nepal Communist Party has sternly objected to the sudden government move as the inter-party dispute within the ruling party has reached a new dimension. Good morning, I'm Abhyuday Shrestha and these are the headlines of the hour. Government abruptly ends the current session of the federal parliament. The disgruntled faction in the ruling Nepal Communist Party raises objection to the government move. Intra-party dispute within the ruling Nepal Communist Party deepens. The standing committee meeting adjourned till tomorrow. Party spokesperson says party unity at risk. The number of coronavirus cases in the country climbs to 14,551 with 32 new cases reported this morning. In addition to yesterday's 473 cases, the death tally reaches 31. And Sergio Ramos's penalty sends Real Madrid 4 points clear at the top of the Spanish La Liga with a hard-fought 1-0 win over Getafe. The current session of the federal parliament ended from yesterday. President Bidyadevi Bhandari closed the current session of the parliament from 5 yesterday evening upon the recommendation of the cabinet. As the internal politics of the ruling Nepal Communist Party is getting complicated, the government all of a sudden decided to end the current session of both the houses. The cabinet meeting held yesterday afternoon had decided to recommend the president to end the House session. The decision was later approved by the president's office. Prior to the cabinet meeting, Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli had reached the president's office, Shital Niwas, to hold a meeting with President Bhandari for an hour-long consultation. Meanwhile, Executive Chairman of the ruling Nepal Communist Party, Pushpa Kamal Dahal, who reportedly was skeptic following the sudden end of the parliament, also called on President Bhandari at Shital Niwas. During his meeting with the president, Executive Chairman Dahal expressed his resentment against the government's sudden move to close the parliament session. The government's abrupt decision to end the current session of the parliament has drawn huge criticism within the ruling Nepal Communist Party. A disgruntled faction led by Executive Chairman Pushpa Kamal Dahal reached the Prime Minister's official residence at Balwatar and met Premier KP Sharma Oli to express their stern protest over the government's decision to end the current House session without informing the party and ministers. In the face of the dramatic political development, the ongoing standing committee meeting of the ruling party has been adjourned till tomorrow. Meanwhile, a meeting was held at Executive Chairman Pushpa Kamal Dahal's residence in the capital's Kumaltar between leaders of the Dahal and KP Sharma Oli factions yesterday morning. In the meeting, Deputy Prime Minister and Defense Minister Ishwar Pokhrel, Foreign Minister Pradeep Gewali, Subhas Chandra Nemwang, Bishnu Rimal, among other leaders, urged Executive Chairman Dahal to come up with a solution to end the recent intra-party dispute to maintain unity within the party. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli has been cornered within the ruling Nepal Communist Party itself. With mounting pressure to give up one of the dual positions of the Prime Minister and the party chair, Premier Oli does have a few options up his sleeves. We have more in this report.
Amid an imminent political crisis following Thursday's dramatic development, the first option staring at the Prime Minister is politics of bargaining and consensus. Prime Minister Oli's best card now is bargaining and consensus so as to address the grievances of the disgruntled faction in the party. However, with his long strategy of adopting the language of consensus when cornered and resuming the unilateral ways, unfavorable situation has made his party colleagues skeptic on Chairman Oli's words. The second possibility that the Prime Minister has is either face the parliamentary party or the House of Representatives. As long as PM Oli is the leader of the parliamentary party, he cannot be removed from the post of the Prime Minister. The scenario means that Oli has the option of enduring the vote of confidence motion in the parliament. Meanwhile, another option available with the Prime Minister to save his position is the card of introducing the ordinance related with the party split. The Prime Minister has the possibility of resurrecting the erstwhile CPN-UML. Likewise, the Premier also has the alternative of imposing an emergency in the name of curbing COVID-19 pandemic or political unrest. Political analysts also view that if the political atmosphere remains unfavorable to the Prime Minister, he might also take the risk of mid-term election by dissolving the Parliament. The last option, according to analysts, could prove to be a hard nut to crack.
Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli yesterday abruptly ended the current session of the federal parliament. The decision was so abrupt that Prime Minister Oli had not even consulted on the matter with House Speaker Agni Sapkota. The development also means that the controversial American-funded Millennium Challenge Corporation Agreement, among other bills, remain suspended for the time being. We have more in this report.
The intra-party conflict of the ruling Nepal Communist Party has affected the regular proceeding of the parliament as several bills were under consideration. The government ended the House session at a time when the leadership is involved in power tussle amid mounting pressure on the Prime Minister to resign from his dual position. The meeting of the National Assembly was summoned Thursday afternoon, while the meeting of the House of Representatives was called for coming Monday. However, the cabinet meeting Thursday morning decided to end the parliament session following consultation with the president. This is probably the first occasion in the country's history that the House session had ended the way it did on Thursday. Prime Minister Oli had introduced highly controversial bill related to split a political party in third week of April this year after losing majority in the Secretariat Committee. This time, when disgruntled faction in the Standing Committee are mounting pressure on Premier Oli to step down from both the posts, he promptly closed the House session without considering the need to consult the Speaker. The end of the House session has further pushed the fate of bills including citizenship and civil service, which were under consideration in the House, into uncertainty. The current session of the House was expected to endorse the highly controversial American-funded MCC agreement. The political development on Thursday has left the sovereign parliament a victim of internal party bickering.
Welcome back. The number of coronavirus cases in the country has climbed to 14,551 as 32 new cases were reported this morning, in addition to 473 yesterday. The number of fatalities has reached 31 as the Health Ministry confirmed the death of a 7-week infant from Myagdi due to COVID-19. Nolparasi East confirmed 19 new cases, Tanahu 9, Parbat 3 and Baglung 1 this morning. Meanwhile, the death toll from COVID-19 has reached 31 as a 7-week infant died of COVID-19. According to the ministry, the infant from Myagdi succumbed to the virus on Wednesday night while undergoing treatment at the capital's Tribhuvan University Teaching Hospital. At the daily press briefing yesterday, the Health Ministry informed that testing laboratories have been established in all the 7 provinces and currently 25 labs are in operation across the country. Welcome back. It is difficult to operate vehicles during the monsoon due to the muddy road condition in rural areas of Dolkha district. In this context, we had asked the locals in the district what their opinion was on the lack of government response to problems being faced by the people for a long period of time. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
रोजरले सडकहरु त्यतिकै छोडिदिन्छन् साथसाथै ड्रेन बनायो भने नाली बनायो भने सडकबाट पानी घुर्न पाउँदैन नालीमा जान्छ त्यो पनि राम्रो हुन्थ्यो
भइरहेका सडकहरुको स्तरोन्नति र व्यवस्थित गर्नुभन्दा पनि सडक कति किलोमिटर खन्ने भन्ने होडबाजी चाहिँ बढी छ यो होडबाजीको कारणले गर्दाखेरि नि सडक व्यवस्थित हुन सकेको छैन
एकैचोटी भत्काएर मात्र नलगेर चाहिँ यसका चाहिँ त्यसलाई प्रोटेक्सन गर्ने अरु उपायहरुमा पनि विकासको बजेट खर्च गरिनुपर्छ त्यसो गर्न सकियो भने चाहिँ त्यो सडकहरुलाई हामीले जोगाउन सक्छौं
एउटा दुईटा सडकलाई 1 वर्षको बजेट चाहिँ हालेर पूरा गर्नु पाएदेखि त्यो सधैँको लागि चाहिँ हुन्थ्यो अब अहिले चाहिँ अब एम्बुलेन्स पनि यस्तो परेछ बोलेरो समेत पनि जाने अवस्था छैन
काम गुणस्तरहीन हुनुको मुख्य कारण भनेको चाहिँ उपभोक्ता समितिहरुमा अलिकति यो विकास निर्माणको कामबाट चाहिँ अलिकति आफूलाई मुनाफा आर्जन गर्ने स्वार्थको कारणले गर्दाखेरि पनि यो समस्या आएको
समयमा काम सुरु नगर्ने विकासका कामहरू नै जेठमा सुरु गर्ने, असारमा सम्पन्न गर्ने र त्यसको भोलि यसको भविष्य कस्तो हुन्छ, कस्तो बनाउनुपर्छ भन्ने बारेमा स्थानीय तह पनि त्यसबारे लाग्न सकेन, केन्द्रीय सरकारले गर्न सकेन र प्रदेश सरकारले पनि यसलाई यसलाई चाहिँ दिगोपनाको लागि काम गर्न सकेन।
त्यो बाटोलाई कुन आधारमा चाहिँ बनाउँदाखेरि त्यसले दीर्घकालीन नाफा दिन्छ, जनतामुखी हुन्छ, जनताको आवश्यकतालाई चाहिँ परिपूर्ति गर्छ, लाइफलाइन कसरी बन्छ भन्ने आधारमा छनौट गरेर हामीले यो सडकलाई चाहिँ लगानी गर्दाखेरि ठिक हुन्छ भन्ने मोडलमा हामी जानुपर्छ।
And it's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse, brought to you by.
And here's the question. What should be done to safeguard the depositors' money kept in cooperatives? Your options are A, increase monitoring, B, make operators more responsible, and C, depositors need to be aware. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001. And that's all for the moment. Keep watching Kantipur Television HD for more news and entertainment. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.